wonder what ice cream they got. All right, today we're in a, whoa, city again. I don't know if you saw my last video, I almost got killed by a taxi. Today I'm not gonna get killed by no taxi because I'm gonna kill them first, because we're actually walking on a sidewalk. It's a little bit less of a busy street, I thought. Seems like there's like school's out or something. Something's going on here and there's chickens on the street. Today we're gonna talk about G minor. What do you mean? What do you mean G minor? Well, what I mean is the fifth, let me step up on the sidewalk. In a major scale, you have the dominant chord, right? The G, if you're in C major. And if you don't know me, I always talk about everything in C major. And if you switch that G major to a G minor, okay, so there's some deforestation going on in the middle of the city here, apparently. Right, so it's the minor version of the major dominant chord in a major scale. It has a very distinct sound. It's beautiful if used correctly. It's kind of unusual. Singer-songwriters stay away from this. So in an upcoming video, I'm going to tell you how to transcribe a song by ear. So like how to find all the chords in the song by ear in the correct way, not the ultimate guitar way, which we all know is the wrong way. And one part of that method is that you first listen for the bass note of each chord. And once you heard the bass note, then you try to figure out which chord it is. And if you hear that the bass note is the fifth note in a major scale, a G in the C major, then you have to figure out is this G major or G minor or something else, which is unusual. Could be E minor with G in the bass, but that's more common in A minor. And sometimes it's hard to say whether you're in A minor or C major. It kind of jumps back and forth, but I'd say for now, let's focus on how to hear the difference between G major and G minor, which is not that hard. So it sounds something like this. Let's say we have C major. G minor, F major, of course. Yeah, there are a lot of songs that use this, but it's hard to find songs that use it in a pure way. I think I'm arriving at like a little bit of a dead end here. I may have to turn around. Look at this. What is in there? It reminds me of the movie Big Fish, where they go to like a witch's house that looks something like this. The witch with one eye, and if you look into the eye, you get to see how you die. So we better get out of here. I don't want to see how I die. It's not going to be death by taxi, that's for sure. Where were we? Something about G minor. We were talking about songs maybe that has G minor in it. It's hard to find actually. It's again, yeah, that's what I said. It's hard to find in its purest form. And what I mean by that is like, it would be nice to find songs just like the one I kind of played you just now, which has like C major, G minor, and then like F major, common chords. Usually when they have the G minor in there, they go on like some crazy chord streaks where they do some transpositions, transposures, or go into weirdo jazz stuff. But let's try to think of some song. I like Ademus. You've heard Ademus? Is the song name Ademus? No, it's Ademus by Carl Jenkins. That's a nice song. At the end there, they're switching between C major and G minor 7. Sounds pretty cool. Yeah, so you hear it has this magical kind of touch. If anybody in this street heard this, they would start crying. Not crying maybe, it's not really a crying type of chord. It's more like majestic. So if anybody heard it, I think they would just look to the sky and become one with the electric wires. Look at this. It always makes me think of the ocean for some reason, like the waves are going down to, I don't know, Atlantis. But you got to make up your own mind how you know, what do you associate this sound with? Let's try to find some other song. Well, lots of cars gonna try to cross the road. Ordinary World, the old 80s song. They go from C major to G minor, and then they go off on a little bit of a weird chord rant, but it definitely counts as a G minor in a C major scale, I'd say. So it sounds like this.
But I won't cry for yesterday. There's an ordinary world. Somehow I have to find.
Yeah, that's a really cool song. Like, I think when you listen to it, you don't think about how cool those chords are. It goes from like C major to G minor to like E flat major down to B flat major with D in the bass. It's pretty weird, but it really works. Like, I don't know how they found those chords. I'd call them geniuses, but that's a little bit strong. I don't know, maybe they were just dabbling around, but it's really cool. Let's see if we can find another song that has it. Life on Mars has it. Yeah, there it's also part of like this crazy chord progression that just goes from everywhere to anywhere. But it goes from G major to G minor, which is cool. In a previous video, I talked about how you can go from F major to F minor, which is common. But G major to G minor, that's something new. I mean, obviously not new. That song is like 800 years old, but I haven't heard it much in other songs. So, you know, go steal it if you want to make a new song and you want to be original. Can we find another one? Maybe not. Maybe that's it. But start listening for this chord, start using it in your songs as always. Like if you start using all the chords that I talk about in my videos, you're gonna be one of the world's most famous movie composers in no time. Look at this boy. That's a good boy. This is good. This is content, I guess. At least I got to show you this street. I'm not sure the name of the street. I think it's called 53. But yeah, keep an eye out for my next video. I think you're gonna find value in it. How to transcribe a song by ear. And I mean by ear, you know, using no piano, no guitar, no instrument, and not having perfect pitch. And I'm talking pretty quick too. All right, everybody, that's it. You've obviously learned a ton today. Come back next time, we're gonna learn how to skin a cat in more than one way. No animals will be harmed, except maybe a cat.